Hey everyone, Mohammed from Amintech. Welcome to our first video. So what we have in store for you guys today is amazing. We have our first ever customer PC build. This video itself was edited on this same computer. And let me tell you, it is a gem. It consists of a Ryzen 5 3600 and an RX 5600 XT. Those main components, we have 16 gigabytes of 3200 megahertz RAM, an MSI Mortar B550 Wi-Fi motherboard, and an Aerocool Cylon case. We cheaped out on the case to be able to get as much performance as possible. Even though the case, I'm going to be honest, is definitely good for the amount of money we paid. It's amazing for the amount of money we paid. Anyways, more about that later. For now, let's get into it. Okay guys, here it is in all its glory. Let's just take off the side panel. Acrylic, by the way, not tempered glass. Now, we have the XFX 5600 XT right here, the Thick 2. It's a great one. And 16 gigs of RAM, Ryzen 5 3600 with a stock cooler. Now all this ended up costing us quite a big amount for what the customer paid, but I think it was totally worth it. Now, I'm fully aware that the 5000 series from AMD did come out, but this did cost 50 euros cheaper, and it fit right into the budget. And it was also ordered a month before they released. Anyways, this case does have a magnetic filter, does have a filter for the power supply underneath here. Oh yeah, did I not mention the power supply is an EVGA 500VR. This case also has RGB. Look at that. It's actually not half bad RGB as well. So you also get different RGB modes. I'm obviously not here to advertise the case, but it is a good case for the amount of money we paid. I think I paid 45-ish euros for it, so definitely a worthy case. I actually want to talk about more about the cable management in this case, which is, it's not good. It's not very good. Actually, the only part I really did hate is the CPU power. Like, what the hell? It can fit one pin at a time. You can't fit an 8-pin from behind, so we need to put them separately in, and it's a pain. It really is a pain. Other than that, I mean, it's not the best in the world, but I managed, and it looks really clean from the front. From the back, less so, but still cleaner than I thought I was gonna get it. So let's get into the benchmarks. So guys, those were the games I chose. One of the games I actually could not benchmark and I had to just go off what I thought it was, which would not be accurate, was Roblox, because apparently it doesn't count as a game. So I just benchmarked Roblox Phantom Forces. It seemed to average around 500-ish FPS. So take that with a grain of salt. But keep in mind, the rest of the games here are played with max settings, turned up all the way, everything cranked to the max. That's why GTA 5 seemed a bit, a bit this and that. But of course, you can personalize your settings without actually making it look any worse. For example, GTA, you can make the shadows a bit less soft, or you can turn the anti-aliasing down from 8 to 4, and it won't make too big of a difference to the look of the game, but it will give you significant performance increase. Now, all that said and done, editing on this thing was an absolute delight. It was amazing, and I'm so despaired that I'm gonna have to say goodbye to this thing on Monday. But I'm also really happy that I actually got to use this. So make sure, if you want to order from us, link in description, and go to our Instagram, and we'll hook you up with a system. We will. So thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time. Peace out.